And welcome back to Steam Prison Beyond the Steam, ladies and gentlemen. This once more remain Mob Dog Wildcard. Welcome you back to what seems like it's going to be Rick's route here. I was originally planning on doing his route after Elks, his bros, but yeah, it seems like I'm probably on his route. Cyrus is anyway, rather. And so, should I have? Okay, because I know this would definitely be. Right. Yeah, there it is. I love these cookies. Be careful. They're hard as rocks. You'll hurt yourself if you eat them too fast. We have to Rick to be such a bastard and smirk at that kind of thing. Well, these are. Oh, I told you. Well, they keep forever and they're going to fall your own. Don't underestimate them just because they're sweet. There you go. I honestly fine with just these, but I was trying to develop a sort of pasta that would keep without going bad. It's the height of idiocy, if you ask me, but what more do I expect from that guy? What kind of talk is that? He's probably your only friend. Damn! Jeez! You can preserve pasta? Not as it is. Spoiled choice lame. I suppose you can have preserved pasta if you keep the sauce in cans too. Problem was with cooking it. Pasta requires a lot of work, right? That makes it next to useless in an emergency. Even if you could make it last forever, what are you going to do it? This seems like a crazy dream to me here. Let's see what this is. Later that evening. Once we had finished here and discussed the expedition, somewhere, should we turn back or keep going? It wasn't like the group was split over it, but let's see if I can. Yeah, there we are. Even so, I think we should know where everyone stands, so I'd like to hear your opinions. But you'd like to hold a debate and then vote on it, wouldn't you? You seem the type. I abstain. As long as I'm unable to get home on my own power, my life is in your hands. Go on with everyone else decides. Just do what you want. As grabbed his blanket, he rolled over, turning his back to the stove as if to excuse himself from the discussion. He even pulled the blanket over his head so he wouldn't have to listen to us. Difficult manage. I also don't have a strong preference, so I guess I feel like forging ahead is the right thing to do. The buggy isn't in great shape, but it's not totally broken down either. Are you curious about what lies on the other side of these hills over there? Of course, here we go, yeah. That'll make for a perfect thumbnail because he's front and center and everything. Of course, I'm curious. We made it through the fog, so I want to see what's out there. What about you, Cyrus? I'm in complete agreement. I'll be so disappointed if all I could report those who found lots of sand. Just like Finn said, I want to know what's on the other side of those hills. Yeah, right? Looks like we're going to proceed as is then. Got really cold the moment the sun went down, didn't it? It never rains here, it's not whole blocked away out from the sun. What did that mean? I wondered to myself as we continued. There are no trees or obstructions of any kind, right? That means there's nowhere to evaporate from the surface and condense in the air. That's why it's so hot in the daytime. And at night it's the opposite. The heat from the ground dissipates in the air immediately. That's why it gets cold so fast. You talk like you've been here before. Why? Because I know so much? Never been here, and if I had, I would have camped out overnight. I grew up with a massive library of books that have been handed down from generation to generation. That's why I learned everything. That library had information on history and geography from before the flood. I even copied a map from one of them, thinking it might come in handy, but it hasn't. I have no idea where we are. I think the landscape has just changed too much. There's supposed to be a tropical forest here, but I haven't seen so much as a single blade of grass. I'll keep watching over the stove to make sure it doesn't go out. You two get some sleep. Should we take shifts? There's no need. I'm used to it, so I can make it till morning. Come on, get some rest already. Oh, all right. Thank you. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow, Finn. Yes, see you tomorrow. Good night. Next morning, something coarse runs against my teeth and woke me up. Sand? Pull my hands could step and but even more of it. How's there so much? It's only been a night. It's all pretty all over the rug and my blanket too. Bucky also seemed sure that it was just a half buried in the sand. My back is scratchy too. Feeling like it's about to tie my clothes on top of my jacket. Sure enough, flat particles of sand spilled out into the ground. The sand form after any protection is stands long. I wonder if people actually live out there. There was no water. Their suits probably say water, but I say water because I'm a Philly son! Birthplace of mine is the only station on time. The sand was everywhere. It seemed like a harsh environment to settle in. Good morning, Cyrus. Well, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were changing. I'm really sorry. Not a problem. I'm just getting sand out of my clothes. It's everywhere. Is that bothering you too? Not really yet, no. I guess I'm more worried about the heat. I have lower body temperature than most, so I'm very sensitive to heat. ULRIK said yesterday that it got really hot during the daytime, didn't he? I'm afraid I won't be able to handle it. It'd be nice if we could travel in a buggy. At least that way the wind would help keep me cool. The buggy. Wonder how things are going with you. Sorry about that break, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of noise going on outside. I hope you can't hear it. But yeah, apparently someone's like using a weed whacker or something. Next door neighbor. Oh well. It sounds like the repairs are mostly finished. Would you like to come out and take a look? Sure, I should take a morning to look at it too. And you, good morning then. Let's do our best today. Good morning to you. Yes, let's. I'll fit around to be a bug to find. ULRIK looking again, Buzz is sending me from last night. We're sitting on all pills he used to brush to clear sand from the vehicle's body. Great job, ULRIK. Routine and smoking fields looks like a lot of work. Yeah, trying to plan for everything and come up with solutions ahead of time. But this wasn't one I anticipated. The problem was all the internal components got covered up with sand. I still managed to keep birds out, but it's useless against this stuff. I need to come over to barrel some filter or something. I don't even know if it's just a filter we keep seeing out. For now, we'll just have to clean it as we go. Let's see. This looks like it's moving again, so that's good. Yeah, stranded out in the middle of nowhere like this is the worst. Alright, I think everyone's awake now, so we get ready to hang out. Where's Hedge? Up here. Up there. What's up to didn't see anything? Was he already sitting in the buggy? Hopefully that must be the case and start everyone's clean up. Gather up all the trash and put it into a rubber sack. Then I put the stuff and blankets in the buggy's side storage compartment. Once all our collapsed tent from the bottom seat will be ready to go. Come on, Yad, you look much better today.
What are you, my doctor? Good morning. I don't think I could handle that being out of commission for a third day. I really hope today's only bad for me. But like he said, as long as the buggy is running, there shouldn't be any problems. The wind will keep me cool.
Like he said, we really just jumping this whole time.
Those are your words, not mine. I was lying up here, so I happened to hear what you said. It's not my fault you can't keep your voices down. Don't let me listen to me more careful next time.
Yes, I'll be more careful. There's sand everywhere. Buggy was traveling through a barren wasteland and nothing was here in the sky. I don't see any signs of animals either. I wondered if they were all left after the Great Flood. Maybe they migrated somewhere else. My imagination ran wild with questions I didn't have answers to.
Hey, did you find something interesting?
Huh?
There's nothing out here, but it's been staying out running town with you. Those others two seem like they couldn't care less.
Both pretty preoccupied, because neither of them was still up there. What's interesting here is the fact that there's nothing.
Go on.
The heights and depths, even though it's sanctuary district, they have people living there. There's so many things. That's why a place like this with no signs of life is curious to me. Fascinating.
I've never been there myself, so I can't say for sure, but supposedly the desert has life to it.
Desert?
Oh, I guess I need to explain that too. A place like this is where there's nothing but sand and never falls is called desert. Anyway, supposedly things live out here are the most nocturnal. It's just too hot during the day. We're probably the only ones awake at this hour. It wouldn't make much sense for them to come out high to see us for it.
Yeah, well, still wish we let us catch a glimpse.
Hey, be careful what you wish for, Cyrus. There could be scorpions, there could be venomous snakes, be all kinds of really horrific stuff.
I felt like about 2 or 3 hours already passed. Our speed had been gradually dropping, so we decided to stop for a short break to send the buggy. There was no shade anywhere, so we put up the tent, but it did nothing to shield us from the heat.
It's so hot here. Hey, keep those thoughts to yourself. Make it worse for everyone else. Oh, sigh.
Ash then returned to her seat in the buggy. Seems like it's not doing too well in this heat. How are you holding up, Edge?
How am I holding up? What, I'm an invalid? I'm fine, thank you.
And why?
When I'm in a bad mood, I'm always like that. I know, right? He is. Just known for me. Stop worrying about every little thing.
You need to be nosy.
Honestly. I suppose it's my own fault. Maybe it's because I grew up on love, but I just don't understand people. Even another way in which he's like Dr. House. Asked his dad if he could even call such was only a kind guy to him. I mean, his mom apparently wasn't all that horrible, but his dad really sucked, apparently, from what I remember in the series. It was only brief that they had that. It was, he was played by, Oh man, I'm trying to remember. The guy who played Gunnery Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket, who actually is a gunnery sergeant in real life in the Marines. But I can't remember his name at the moment. I can't believe I can't remember it. But yeah, his dad apparently been a real bastard to House, and it's probably part of the reason he became the way he was. Never a problem until about 2 years ago. Back then, I never cared about it as long as I got what I wanted. Looking back on it now, I'm going by the way people treat me in the past. So I've decided to lower my defenses like a real person. In other words, I'm rehabilitating myself. Even so, it isn't easy to just change the heart and exterior I've cultivated since childhood. Just the thought of acting kind and cheerful makes me sick to my stomach. Damn.
Have you tried it?
Yes, but it doesn't feel right. Thankfully, I work with enough people that I have ample opportunities to interact with social behavior. The result stands before you, a talkative, twisted, disagreeable man.
I see.
Wouldn't expect someone like you to understand. So have trouble grasping things like personal space, the appropriate words and behaviors. Indeed, in the first game, the original, he said some really uh, nasty and even just outright wrong kinds of stuff. Damn. Um, Supposedly all made up of the same stuff inside. But what seems to come easily to others is impossible for me. Must be genetically flawed somehow. And that was the other thing. His own dad, if he could even be called a dad, called poor Adage recessive, basically abandoned him.
Don't say that. You have a wonderful personality.
I don't know about that. Wonderful, wonderfully broken and rotten, baby.
No, mate. Don't admit that we don't have to see each other in our lines of work. Whenever I meet you, a unique way of expressing yourself lets me a smile on my face.
Is that right? You really are strange. Most people can't stand me.
Kids say I'm proud, but people call me strange all the time.
That is something to be proud of. No great genius without so much humanity. That's Aristotle himself, and as I've said about, history has proven that point time and time again. Most notably with our forefathers, who I of course look them as I speak their names. They were pretty damn insane going up with the time the most powerful combined army and navy in the world, and for that we have the single greatest nation of all time, America.
You see, I'm just like you. We're both around.
I'm harder than you are.
You make it sound like a competition.
Yes, well, I'm about to lose someone younger than me.
That's fair, I guess. Anyway, don't be too hard on yourself. Doesn't bother me to talkative or disagreeable. So if in real life don't mind either. Please just try to take it easy.
I will. Thanks to the counseling session.
Counseling?
I'm just using sarcasm to vest my security. Thank you, Cyrus. Yet again, like House was very often sarcastic. This is weird. Let me just see something here. Make sure. Yeah. Ha. Hope I'm not accidentally on Az's route again, because I already have done that route. Ha. I rolled over to my side, listened to this Sound of receding footsteps. Take it easy, huh? No one did what I felt like without caring what others said. Not just the people treat me this way. It's just the way you once they're worrying about me. What a strange girl. Okay then. That was odd to have that happen. Later that day. The SpongeBob narrative voice I gotta do that whenever I see you. That kind of thing. But first I went to a very good away game. You sure it's okay not to separate trash? Yeah, so I'll just go in this room when we get back to the districts. Forgot you had to do that in the hearts. Yes, separating a safe town's waste management facility. Sounds tedious. Don't really bother unless I'm dealing with medical waste. Well, it's fine. Any infectious materials disposed of according to proper procedures. It's not like the law requires us to do any more than that. That may be true. You just seem like the type who enjoys separating trash. What the hell? I know, right? I guess you're not wrong, though. I enjoy cream throwing through garbage. It's a habit I fell out of when I moved into the sanctuary district. That's an institution they may as... Damn, that ain't right. They made us work through waste management several times a month once we got older. Pick through mountains of refuse, collect anything we could salvage. It wasn't a glamorous job. It was just hard labor. That's why I hated it. So petty. Yeah? Excuse me for having a petty life. Huh? No, I'm sorry. I was referring to myself. So blessed compared to you and all the Joe's worry. Comparing yourself to others, huh? We're all from different paths from the moment we're born. Now, even before odds, there's no sense of measuring your life against someone else's. Just look at me. I'll create Valentine's probably the close comparison. So privileged is maddening. Well, I'll never be the same as that no matter how hard I try. Not with that common attitude, you won't be. Come on, have some confidence in yourself, brother. Rather than lose yourself to jealousy, I think it's much more constructive to turn your attention inward. Because I'm an adult. I have to ask, how old are you? I'm 20. You're not an adult. You're a very devout brat. Shut up! Man, intellectually. Intellectually! You're way more informed than me. That's exactly what I'm talking about, brat. They both act like children, I know, right? I smiled, watching the two argue back and forth. I felt a tap on my shoulder. What is your thing? Take a look at that. He whispers into my ear and I peered across the sand following his gaze. There's something, not like a horse or something, head this way. Definitely not a standard horse. Someone's trying to get... ULRIK! Maybe they're life around here. Must be some people to survive in this environment. We can spend more time inviting them later. Let's make contact, me? ULRIK is the most qualified when it comes to negotiations. After just introducing ourselves, I can do that. Now I'll go. Can you hang back and keep an eye on me? Might need support in case something happens. You've got it. I can watch the pilot suit to make sure they're on the line of sight. Don't go anywhere I can't see you. Alright, I'll be careful. I confirmed all the prisoners and took a deep breath. How does it look so calm? I'm finished. Try to relax. We don't know they're hostile. I think I should go with you. What should I do? Plan on being stranger alone, but it looks like there are children heading toward us. Okay, let's go. Now, how should we approach this? Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Just in case. I'm guessing be friendly is probably for Finn. Yeah, here we go. I should try to be formal with them. Perhaps I can figure out who they are. Hello, there's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, my strange-looking friend. Helvete.
What was that?
Oh, what about you so vicious?
I don't understand.
I see, not to worry, I'm Jivat. But sir, we haven't seen their identity. That may be, but we do have time. We linger here longer, like we sailed up the Sandjagger.
Sandjagger?
You don't know about that either, huh? Travelers is who are ignorant. Sorry, I meant pain. Over there, take a look.
Do you see that gray storm? It may look far away now, but that's within an hour's time. It will be right on top of it. Nothing like your typical sandstorm. Worst case scenario, we'll be buried alive. It'd be helpful if we could speed this conversation along. My apologies, but I presume you don't want to die here, correct? Where do you come from and where you headed? Cyrus, what you would do? Should I be honest with him? All I learned was his name and we come from this region, but I still didn't know his background and how he found us. I'm worried about this sand dragon. Can't risk putting the rest of the troop in danger. I'm Cyrus, this is Finn Edge. Never there's ULRIK. We're a group of explorers from a country beyond the fog.
Explorers, eh? What exactly are you looking for?
Everything. We want to learn as much as possible. We didn't even know there was anything out there. You don't believe me?
That's just a choice of words. Those trying to conceal the Chumos often introduce themselves to me to explore.
You calling her a liar?
Oh, don't give me that look. I'm simply saying it's difficult to believe you when there's no way to prove whether you're telling the truth. Despite my appearance, I happen to be in possession of some authority. Well, sort of. We communicate with one another, and you seem fairly trustworthy. I'll offer you my protection. Are you certain? Yes, right back ahead with me and let them know if you bring 4 guests. At once, sir. He seems awfully eager, don't you think?
I'm concerned about this sand dragon, so I think we should go with him. It helps that we can communicate, and if anything happens, we can escape from the body. I'll go with you, red-haired stranger. Just lead the way.
As you wish.
Unusual horses you have.
These are camels. Horses can't survive in the desert. Camels can survive for days on end without food or water. They're a sensible partner on long journeys. How do you manage to make it this far without one?
We came on my buggy.
Buggy?
This thing right here is way faster than the creatures you call camels.
But the thing you say about camels and horses, that reminds me of a thing I've learned about in a history book. And it's interesting because that actually was Cyrus, the original Cyrus, the noble Prince Cyrus the Great, from ancient Persia. He, when, I forget what region they were from, but there were these invaders that had tried to ride on horseback into Persia, only to suddenly buck their riders off, the horses did, when the Persian army broke ranks because they'd never seen camels before, and they got scared
And so he actually used the camels as a weapon against the enemy. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh man, what's that called? Cavalry in future battles. I just thought that was interesting. Wow, that's quite an interesting contraption. You might have a look. I assume you won't believe me here. No, but I don't know where we're going. Actually, I guess I can just follow that going. Well, we're in ahead of us. I'll try to catch up though. Wind is already picking up. Gotta get moving. Everyone climb aboard. What about G-Fight? I'll travel alongside you on my cap. I need to get back somehow. You think you can hear your pop? I'd like to see you try. You'll be surprised how powerful this thing is. I like smiled, feels the script control handles. And he slowly took off him from the looming shadows on the horizon. What? You alright, Cyrus? Yes, thank you for catching me. Hey, take it easy. I'd like to get that one piece if you don't mind. Don't worry about it. We're well within acceptable tolerances. I don't give a damn about that. Wow, he wasn't kidding. Alright, let's get out of here before Sanddrag arrives. That's going to be the end of this chapter. Keep things from getting long, ladies and gentlemen. So if you dig what I'm doing, please consider subscribing. I will slip back fairly well.